I'm just a journalist, I'm not a politician, so I'm going to share my own vision, my own experience with you. If we ask ourselves what is the most common description of the public mood, apathy would be the answer. The great apathy is felt on every continent. But such apathy will not last forever. This rising anger may take various shapes, from riots and acts of public disobedience to organized union protests and demonstrations, but also military coups and colored revolutions, like the one unfolding now in Bolivia. What we are experiencing now is not a series of isolated cataclysms, but the rampant crisis of the global capitalist system as a whole. The world is different. The class theory is outdated. There is no proletariat anymore, and capitalism did learn its lessons. How many times have we heard that song? Europe, as you probably know, is now again flooded with new troops and weapons. They are brought from the United States, stationed in Poland and Germany, in Hungary, in Romania, and former Soviet republics. Actually, for Romania, that very project means that in case of war, the whole country may be annihilated within minutes. Nobody cares. There are no good guys in the room. European Union is currently contemplating the creation of its own armed forces. As we just heard from President Macron of France, that NATO is, quote, brain dead. On the other hand, Germany will soon be ready to project its military might internationally. They are ready to send troops overseas. They were willing to do it in Syria for the first time since 1945. Japan is actively rearming and formally abolishing the 1945 constitution, which prevented it from having a fleet and a standing army. China and Russia, I have to stress it out, being a Russian citizen, I have to admit that China and Russia are no different. All countries are pumping their populations through propaganda with reactionary beliefs and ideologies. All that has only one goal: to put the blame for stagnating economy and collapsing social order on some foreign conspirators. It does look more and more like 1912, when the competing imperialist states, big and small, were wrestling for colonies everywhere from the Balkans to the Middle East and China. The left movement is poisoned by various marginal deviations from class theory. It is demoralized, it is disarmed, and does not even dare to mention that progress can only be achieved through social revolution. Yes, we need to say it at least once today, that the revolution is the remedy against war. Europe, United States, everywhere, the left are collaborating with the bourgeoisie. More and more young people all around the world, including Russia, are opening their minds to progressive ideas. The technological achievements of capitalism we are all enjoying now, social media, faster flows of information, all that serves as an instrument to mobilize its most active and passionate opponents of capitalism. These young people are rediscovering the teachings of Marx and Engels. They are trying to revitalize the theoretical work abandoned by the social democrats of the past and modern times. As Vladimir Lenin once said in the wake of the Russian Revolution, our main achievement is that we are leaving behind a lesson to the future generations. The lesson which in the midst of another crisis will help them to avoid our mistakes and show them the path to victory. Thank you.